Howdy gamers, how's it going? Uh, hope you're having a lovely, hope you're having a lovely day. Uh, it's been a while. I wasn't around. You know what, Chileth? Where do you get off? I am always on time. Um, yeah, how's it going, gamers? We are. I was had to take the. Oh my God, my words. Had to take Sunday off because I really had to catch up on sleep, and thankfully, at least kind of have so far. So I'm feeling a bit better. I'm gonna be playing the first bit of D&T I have in a bit. I played one league off stream earlier this week when I had a minute, um, and promptly O2 dropped. So there have been no new developments. Don't worry, you've missed out on very little. Um, so yeah, we're just gonna keep playing with this Chris. I haven't really been feeling like I am. One thing I've been thinking about a little bit, although I don't know if I really have any changes in mind just yet, is given how much of the beans decks I've been playing against have specifically been bug beans, um, I felt like maybe something in my board needs to change just slightly, just specifically because Gaddock Teeg against the Bug Beans, it's not bad, it's still fine, it's just not as good as it is against the decks using Leyline Binding for their second removal spell. Um, Something I've been thinking about, I don't really have a clear change in mind for that, but it's just something that it's a passing thought I had, if nothing else. No, we're not putting Cataclysm in the board, and yeah, Grist is kind of a joke, kind of not. It's very funny that you can recruit for it and vial it into play, and you can also kind of cast it, but that's not really the goal. Um, Mostly, I'm just having fun with this slot because I should be playing Canoptek Scarab Swarm, but I can't because it is still not on Magic the Gathering Online. So here we are. We are playing against Metal Gear Solid 2017. I don't know if that's what MGS stands for, but I'm going to say it anyway. Sand is very weak to Wastelands, but it's definitely got power behind it, so. Yeah, but you say that like we've seen round one Doomsday. I think we've seen like. Are you saying it's going to go from 1 to 0? Is that your thesis? Because I don't know if I'm that worried about that. Opponent's mulling to 5, which bodes well for this Thoughtseize. Yeah, but you don't know it is, right? So, given the info we have right now, it would be going from 1 to 0. I also don't think it's super likely for uh, Doomsday to mull aggressively because they're pretty consistent. But hey, we'll see. Here's the Thoughtseize. It is in fact oops all spells. All right. Um, so we would have just been dead. I think this is pretty easily we're easily taking either the ritual or the Undercity Informer. I'm pretty sure we're just taking the Undercity Informer though, because if we yeah, because since Summoner's Pact could be mana, I guess it can't really because yeah, we're gonna take the so if we take the Informer, there are 7 top decks that they have. It's the 3 more informers and the 4 spies. If we take Dark Ritual, is there actually a card they can draw that kills us? Yeah, or yeah, because it could be any spirit guide, Dark Ritual. Yeah, okay, so it's still the informer is the best take here. Mm-hmm. All right, and now we get to play Thalia, so we should be a-okay. Oops. I don't know if I would call Oops a less sophisticated Doomsday. That feels a bit... I feel like that's a pretty big bucket, you know? I feel like that's grouping too many decks together at once. I would have rather drawn a lands, but I'll cast some moms and increase my clock. Like I said, combo. Pretty big bucket. Thank you, thank you. I am honored that I'm worth having a possible minor argument with your significant other about. There we go. Jeckham, please do not give Chylith any reason to feel correct. Don't give him ammo. Damn it, no Chylith allies allowed here. Yeah, Flicker Wisp is just a Stone Rain for the flip lands. Yep, that's for sure. Let's see. We want these, all these, this, and then maybe Lauren, but probably not. No Batterskull, no Jite. I guess we probably don't want both. We might not want either. They don't draw any cards, so Bowmaster is stinky. We can cut a plains in this matchup. We don't really want Grist. It's probably... yes, right. It's because it's because after they're exiled with Wisp, they are supposed to come back into play as the front side, but since the front side is a spell, it doesn't work. The DFCs that are like a creature that's a land on the back, those would come back into play as the creature. Yeah. I think this is probably right. I guess if I'm cutting Skyclaves, Lauren is just a Skyclave that's worse. So this looks right. Teague stops Dread Return, doesn't stop anything else, but only that's all we really need it to. And then these matchups are going to be real tough to win on the draw, but maybe they'll mulligan again. Who knows? We do have a Solitude. It's some turn 0 interaction, and this, if they don't go off turn 1 having Solitude and Swords plus a Thalia to follow that up, might be good enough. I think basically we would be mulliganing to... I think my thought here is 2 removal spells if we untap is pretty good. The discard spells aren't any better because we still have to get to our turn 1. So if we're mulling this, we're basically just mulling to we're mulling to Surgical and nothing else. So yo, what up? No worries, fam. Look, nobody's late. I'm happy when anyone arrives. Don't sweat it. No, Chyla, stop. Stop saying the opposite of everything I say. Look, at the very least, you're an agent of chaos, alright? Opponent's really thinking. Thanks for the watch streak, Fornia. Yeah, intense moment. They are thinking real hard. They're mulling to 6. We're keeping. Keeping and crossing the fingers. They're mulling to 5. Alright. This hand is like weirdly worse against mulligans in the sense that like when they mulligan, any Narcomoebas they draw are a lot more likely to end up back in their deck because they're just going to bottom them off the mulligan. And like one of the ways that this hand can really cheese them is if they go turn 1 off of an Undercity Informer and they have a Narcomoeba in their hand. They put 3 Narcomoebas into play. You Solitude one of them while the others are still coming into play, and then they never actually have the creatures to Dread Return you. That's, you know, not a good sign. Yeah, I think we're just dead here. Yeah, Spy. But we'll get to see what's in their deck. Did they? Yeah, okay. They Summoner's Pacted when they didn't even need to. So if we had a Surgical, they would just be dead here. Although I guess that's not entirely true. They probably... I guess what they probably did is they probably pacted for Elvish Spirit Guide because they have... yeah, because they have Memory's Journey. And if they weren't able to Memory's Journey right now, then they would be dead. So they could... Yeah, so that was the reason they went for that. We'll just go ahead and concede. happens. We'll resubmit. Yeah, they packed it. So. Oh, right, yeah, they packed it. So the memories journey doesn't matter because the memories journey only saves them from. Yeah, it only saves them from surgical. Uh, so actually, yeah, I guess they just shouldn't have packed it because the memories journey doesn't. The memories journey is useless once they have packed it. So. So that hand was in fact just dead to surgical, but it was surgical was literally the only card they were dead to. So whatever. Can't mulligan that aggressively for my 3 of just because it's the best card against them. I would love to play first. This will work. This will work. This hand has a hard time flashing back therapy if we miss, certainly. Um, but Wasteland and Surgical might be enough to buy us the time even if we miss. I believe here I'm just going to name Dark Ritual because that's the most. It's the only card that they have that makes more than 1 mana. It enables like the kills that are have the most possibility of having cards that save them, like green mana for Memory's Journey or Pact of Negation, things like that. Um, I don't want to name one of the combo pieces because then I'm just hoping that they don't have the other one. So, and what do you know? Uh, we hit a Dark Ritual. They can cast an Undercity Informer, but they can't activate it. All right, Arbor to Flashback Therapy is pretty cute, but I can't say that I condone that. I am guessing that they are going to cast the Undercity Informer, and then maybe they've drawn mana, or maybe they need to wait to draw mana. But I guess I almost hope that they drew mana, because then I know that they have no protection through this surgical. So they're more likely to just go for it. Yep, so there's that. Did you draw mana? They did not draw mana. Can I draw Swords to Plowshares? That would be nice. No. Okay, well, they have to draw mana now, or they die. Or, die. The game's not over, but it's close. Okay, they did draw mana. They're going to crack the Undercity Informer. And they would have gone for it, I think, if they had a spirit guide. So I don't think we have to worry about Memory's Journey. So I think we're basically just worried about the Pact of Negations that they boarded out. Get my graveyard out of there. I think if they have the mana for Journey here, there's not much that we can do about it. With that hand, I mean, basically, Memory's Journey is a layer. We only have the one layer of interaction. We have the Surgical. If they have the mana to cast the Journey, then good for them. I'll keep this. Uh, Macabre doesn't change anything about that really. Um, it only makes a difference if we have another layer of interaction. Lotus Petal and Stalactite Stalker, huh? Unless I'm misunderstanding your question, but like Macabre and Surgical individually do the exact same thing there. Hey, Mega, how's it going? Lotus Petal makes me a little scared, so I'm thought seizing. Okay, they are playing Scam, I guess, with Petal. This Wasteland is now kind of annoying, but I guess most of the spells we want to cast up are white anyway. I think I just want to take the Voidwalker, maybe? They can't cast this Lightning Bolt. They're probably going to cycle for a... I imagine they're going to cycle for like a Badlands. But I'm going to have to probably use this Solitude to kill the Stalactite Stalker anyway. So I think I'd rather just get rid of an annoying to deal with threat, especially when I think that they're just going to wasteland me in a second. Yeah. Well, that's annoying. That's really annoying. Yeah. I don't think that Wisp is likely to do anything anytime soon anyway. That's turning into a 2-2. It's going to be a 2-3 this next turn. Okay, well, that at least makes me feel better about having to do this when I know that they're just going to get a Badlands and kill it. Yep, there's your Badlands. You're going to bolt the Mom and then attack me. And hopefully you don't draw lands. But I guess even if the Stalker trades for the Stoneforge, that's mostly fine. Yeah, I didn't want another Karakas. Unless they draw a Wasteland, then it's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna get a Kaldra. Moto's been open for like 15 minutes and it's already being really slow. Annoying. I guess that was worse than just attacking with it, because I can't block this anyway, because every black creature has menace now. I'm not bitter, I swear. But actually, every black creature has menace, and it's really, really dumb. Oh my god, stop. Again, I know. It's hard to believe, right? Yeah, I really want to get these Bowmasters into play. But this Recruiter is just going to get a Skyclave. That's true. It is Dark Maverick. Yeah. Yeah, that's a name of a real deck. Oh, excuse me. You can do it, opponent. It is kind of like NBC Maverick. That is true. Perhaps the closest I'll let this deck come to being called Maverick. I've only played against one Modern Scam player, but they were like almost the opposite. Like they were way too fast. Like they were not. It was like Yeah, NBC stays for no bad cards, but like, I swear they weren't even like resolving scam correctly. They were like, you know, they were like pitch a card to grief, use a scam card, bring it back. Here's the counter. Also, let me now let me look at your hands, and they didn't even like wait for responses at any point, which was very funny because I was literally playing a deck that had Solitude in it. Um, all right, well here we go. Goodbye to your Stalactite Stalker. I assume they're just gonna have it trade with the Kaldra, which is perfectly fine by me here. It's probably the best thing they could do. Yeah. All right. 3 of the Stalkers are out of their stupid deck. Okay, I would believe that Moto Scammers play slow. Moldy Ale, dead guy with the green tint. Maybe. I feel like I'll allow it. I'll allow it. In case they have Lightning Bolt, I'm just gonna attack with the Skyclave. I guess I can attack. I can safely attack with the Stoneforge, right? Because that's just gonna make a 1/1. Yeah. Oh, my opponent's casting a spell. They are reanimating a troll. You got it. Alright, I was hoping to draw another land, so I would not have to Lotus Petal this Karakas, but we do what we gotta. So I think we are going to probably... So we're definitely recruiting for a Solitude. And I think Stoneforge for Lion Sash. It's either Lion Sash or honestly either of the other equipment just to have a source of life gain. But I think because I have the Solitude, I'm going to go for the Sash. I don't even have to use Solitude on the Troll because I have all these creatures in play, and Kaldra will kill the Troll on its own. This could be lethal, but I think it's too risky to just go for it. So instead, I will attack with Kaldra and Yorion. Because that'll force this block at least. Hey, Strasteddy, thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. How's it going, folks? That's a bummer. Hope you can get it. Seems like it'd be a cool fit. It's obviously mana hungry. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the problem you're running into, but I think we're just gonna pass. We can flash in Bowmasters, we can flash in Sash. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Obviously Saga is nice, but you realistically need to have a lot more going on than that, I imagine. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. All right, we're gonna put in this Sash. Um, I can easily get rid of instant and sorcery on this DRC, so I guess I'm gonna do that. Yep. I don't know why they conceded at the Bowmaster and not all the stuff on board, but that's for them to decide. I think we're pretty easily just cutting all of these cards, and I might even bring in a Containment Priest since they're a reanimate deck. Yeah, I'll try it. Seems pretty good. We really want to draw another white source eventually for this battle, but like, Sand's nice and lean and it has multiple early removal spells, so. Hey, my opponent's mulling to 5. Alright. We're getting there. I could cast the Mom on turn 1. It's kind of rough into a Bowmasters they might potentially have. It's I definitely like doing it if their answer to if they have an answer to a Stoneforge and also don't have a Bowmasters, but otherwise I'm just letting them get value out of it for no reason. It's hard to say. Um, I guess I'm probably fine to just make them have it on a mull to 5. Also eats up their whole second turn. Hey Gabs, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Okay, they don't have it. Works for me. Goodbye. Deal. Alright, really want another white source now, and preferably one that's a plains. But at least we don't need any We don't need black mana anymore, so any fetch can get white. And I think I just want Sash. We don't have a lot of white mana for Sash though. Nah, I'm Sculpture checking them. I already have an untapped Mom. I do really like Sash a lot in the fair reanimate matchups, but I think right now, since we have like almost no white mana in particular, I think we probably okay. All right, yeah, that's a card people play now. Good to see it now and not in a game 3, if we get to that point. It is starting to see play in particular because it's really good against Turbo Muxus. I don't think it's really picked up that much yet, but that's the big. But like that deck has been very big lately, and this card does kind of blow them the fuck out. So. I guess I am just recruiting another Stoneforge. Muxus has been made good by Mind Goblin, or the name Sticker Goblin. That's probably the biggest change. The other thing that deck got recently was what's it called? Battle Cry Goblin came out a couple years ago at this point, but that card actually gives Sticker Goblin, or gives Muxus, a really powerful plan A as just being an aggro deck that they didn't really have before. It sure is a Goblin Seasoning Song. So you can Muxus into it, make 5 mana after Muxus comes into play. If you also got Battlecry Goblin, you get to activate it a couple times, make your whole board big and hasty, and yeah, it's really gross and really hard to beat. What did they even take? They took the Sword Splashers. Okay. White mana. White mana, please. That might be the worst possible draw. But I'm going to go ahead and get a Batterskull now. They're on 0 cards, so I'm just going to waste their Badlands. This colorless mana is doing almost nothing for me anyway. Yeah, in paper, the sticker, like the name stickers are such that you can always, okay, they concede, yeah. You are, I believe, guaranteed to make at least 4 mana. Very likely to make 5. I think it's like 70-ish%. And then like 30% to make 6 mana. It's more complicated than that because the on average, online name Sticker Goblin makes more mana than in paper. Just like on average, it's better because you don't know what the result is like you do in paper. In paper, when you cast it, you know exactly how much mana it's making. Online, it's actually a roll. So the first goblin isn't really better in paper. It's just that you know how much mana they're all going to make. Joyful Waffle, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. I don't know if that was an early concession. If they didn't draw a good action spell that turn, then they were pretty much just dead. And collection of consonants. FVS DBJ. Thank you so much for the follow. Also, this hand's a little slow, but I think we can keep it. Yeah, and that text right there, that is specifically the text of the card online, not what it does in paper. It's different online because they didn't implement sticker decks, which is the whole mechanic that the card is built around in paper. If you steal a Namesticker Goblin in paper with a Ragavan, I believe it doesn't do anything. I'm not 100% sure. If this happens, I would simply pick up my cards and leave. That seems like a better life EV decision. Yeah, Grist. I need to make it clear this Grist is kind of a joke, not entirely a joke, but kinda. Mostly, it's there for the card to replace the card I would like to play because it's another thing that isn't online, but I'm playing in paper, which is Canoptek Scarab Swarm. What are my thoughts on this surveil land in D&T? Huh. Are we thinking like a one of in the deck somewhere to like fetch for? They just printed a cycle in the new set. There's a cycle of duels with basic types that come into play tapped, and when they come into play, it's Surveil 1. This seems like a pretty obvious Bowmasters, but like I'll make them do it. And this is probably looks like Bug Beans probably. It seems like vaguely valuable to have it in the deck. It does also seem like miserable if you ever draw it. I don't know. I think my gut feel is that like it makes the games where you flood out feel a little bit better because you at least have something to do with the fetch lands that you draw but don't need the mana for. But I feel like that doesn't actually happen enough to be worth the pretty substantial downside. Um, yeah, if you draw, I think you do basically want to die instantly. Yeah, I agree with that. Um, what do I want to do here? I think I'm just holding up Bowmasters again. None of these cards do anything. I did see Delnay from Karlov. I think that card is cool. I hope that it's good. It seems very Win-more to me, unfortunately. I think that if the cards had toughness 2 or less, so that you could immediately double your solitudes, could be cool. As is, I think it is pretty Win-more. God, there's so many questions coming in. I do not think swords are becoming good again. I don't think they have been good for a very long time, and I don't see that changing. Getting griefed, huh? Okay. I'm going to go to the army token because that's the thing that can get bigger. So one thing that I would stress to literally anybody looking at a deck list ever is people can perform really well regardless. They can perform in spite of their deck building decisions. Um, And so I think when you look at a single deck list that performs well in a given tournament, you just have to look at it with the understanding that there's one person who maybe just had a good day. Maybe they like you need to really look for the patterns and not like the list here or there that have a certain card in it. One pattern I do know that you can see is that, like, for example, a ton of Japanese players right now are playing a Sword of Light and Shadow in the sideboard. um, I have no idea why. I don't think it's good, but I have seen them do it. And my stance is basically, yeah, sure, they can do that, um, but I don't really understand why, and I'm not super interested in investigating what their reasoning is, because also the meta in Japan is way different than it is here. So I'm just not gonna sweat it. Yeah, exactly. Japan in particular is just very weird. Um, I think. All right, now I'm answering a lot of questions. I have to think about this decision. So Shieldred's Edict could be a removal spell. I might want to take this Daze just so that they can't pick up their Mystic Sanctuary, and it also lets me cast Solitude next turn without having to worry about it. And there's nothing... I'm not really that worried if they Edict my Bowmaster, I don't think. Although I guess maybe I am, because they are about to draw a Ponder. Yeah, never mind. I'll take that back. I'll get rid of the Edict. Um, Are you saying Sword of Light and Shadow is the Sword of Light and Shadow specifically is the best card for the mirror? Because I don't think that I would really be thinking about playing cards for the mirror personally. Also, like, yeah, that's just another card that, like, I don't know. I can. That's just another card that dies to the Skyclaves and Lorens that I want to be playing in my deck anyway. All right, they shuffled their library off the Ponder. That is a nice card to draw around this Wasteland. I could just cast this Loren as is. Maybe. With Grief, I don't think they're going to be a bug deck. Or I don't think they're going to be a Beans deck. So I think I might. I think I'm just going to cast it. Ransom. Okay. Uh, so I think the cards I want them to have the least would be Reanimate and Witherbloom Command. Um, so I'm going to split those up, and then it's a question of what do I want them to take. I feel like I would rather they have the Witherbloom Command. Um, and I'm not sure whether I could just do this, or the other way. I could just do this. Hmm. I think if I show them the Reanimate, they're likely to take it. So I think that I would rather give them Command and Daze. Yeah. Hey, little dog, get out of here. Goodbye. Sorry about that. What is happening here, desk? What are you doing? There we go. Okay, so they took the command in the days. Cool. All right, Wastelands. This grief is now legendary, I just realized. I am going to take this hit, at least. I suspect they're going to command the Bowmasters and probably drain us, if I had to guess. Oh, Changeling combo in Modern, that is a pretty fun deck. Maybe just F6 here. Yep. Bowmaster gone, and they drained Arid Mesa, huh? So I think I am just double blocking here, probably. Probably double blocking and then drawing a card. Cool, deal. I think I do actually want to draw cards here. There we go. Now that's what I want to see. Hardcast Force. Sure. That is fine by me. I don't want to play this Savannah because I'm not using the mana, and that's just going to get wasted. And it's going to make this days puzzle even more difficult to figure out. So, and I'm not super worried about these days as countering my spells so much as I don't want them to pick up the Mystic Sanctuary. That's all that I'm really concerned about right now. Okay. Thalia at least is not a very valuable card here, so I'm happy to pitch it. Honestly, maybe I was supposed to still just pitch the Wisp. It's one of the two. Stifle. Okay. I suppose. Okay. Well, that is kind of funny. Not really how I want to be dealing with a grief, but I guess I guess it works. It's better than dying. I mostly enjoy making ransom piles. I think that I think that it's a lot more interesting of a card to play with as the person making the piles than as the person casting it, which I think is a good place to be. Oh. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hmm. Oh, they just have force. Okay. Well, never mind then. I think it's a really hard card to play against. It's definitely very tricky. I personally don't mind it. I mostly think that I think that it is a good test of like your assessment of what matters in your opponent's deck. What do you care about? How can you evaluate their game plan? That's a very hard thing to do. I understand why some people might be turned off of it because it's not within their skill set. Um, but I personally find it fun. Thoughts on the what the toast? What the fuck are you talking about? Hello. Um, what do we have going on here? I probably don't want therapies because they're a scam list. I don't think I really want more removal spells. I was forgetting because I was thinking of it. It went long enough that it kind of felt like playing against beans, but it was not actually. I'll look at that later. I would love to play first. I do not really want a hands like this, I don't think. Maybe I do. It's really rough against... it's pretty rough against grief, but it's actually decent against most other things. We can immediately cast any card we draw, which is pretty nice. I'm going to try it. I am thus far very medium minus on Samwise. I've played with him a bit. I played a black version that played him over the Thought Season. It was fine. He made your mana feel a little bit better. I think you have to play fetch lands in order for him to even be remotely playable. I very rarely found myself in situations where making my own stuff legendary mattered. I think a lot of times he just kind of doesn't do anything unless your opponent is giving you the time to do stuff with him. And I don't really like assuming that my opponent's going to do that, because if they are, I have plenty of other ways that I can be winning the game. What did they pitch? They pitched the Bowmasters of their own. Okay. Yeah, of course. Goodbye, battle. Like, I know my silence is deafening. I've been talking for like 15 minutes straight. I need to actually play Magic for a minute. Alright, cool. I know that's very messed up of me, but I also forgot to restart Moto after the last match because it is going so slowly. Oh, actually, I forgot they had stupid stifles, so I'm just going to fetch now. Alright, cool. Mystic Sanctuary did not do the thing. That's good for me. Ooh. I'm going to go ahead and get a Stone Forge and then just pass the turn. I'm sorry, this is a pop. What do you mean popcorn lid? What is this? All right, I'll show with the class real quick. It's this Shai Hulud looking thing. What in the world? What do you? I don't even know what you mean by popcorn lid. What is going on? And of course, I'm getting hardcast griefed. Shai Hulisi, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna cast this. Actually, am I even casting this Bowmasters? Probably not. Oh, you get a popcorn for doing that's on top of. Okay, got it. Okay. Uh, Actually, I'm gonna let them take if they want to take the Bowmasters. That's fine by me. I imagine they're taking the Yorion. Maybe they take the Stoneforge, but we'll see. Yeah, I get if you don't want to deal with things like that. It it is probably not fun. I can totally respect that. I personally don't mind it, but like, you are free to have your own opinions and frustrations with a card like that. I don't blame you for that at all. Nah, no reason to let them get value out of a daze. What do I even want to get here? Kind of time to just get a Batterskull because I can cast it next turn easily. Hmm. Yeah, I'll get a Batterskull. So I can also cast it around days, and I don't have to like draw a land to do it. Interesting. 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 Uh, pinging the grief is worse than pinging them if they have a removal spell for the bowmaster. But if they, I am happy to make them use the removal spell. So I forgot my opponent was casting a ponder and short circuited. All right, here we go. I will take 3 damage. You got me. Wow, that's messed up. I'm also really happy they didn't cast that into this Skyclave that I was going to probably draw this turn. um, yeah, have counter spells, I dare you. I guess that's just worse than just waiting. I don't know. I don't. I'm not sure it's gonna matter either way, but yeah, rule 0, no removal. That's the way to go about it. Opponent, you're being really mean if you use a removal spell. Okay. I'm gonna. No, I'm not gonna get the Savannah. I really want to in case we draw Grist, but I just don't know if we are. Okay, cool. All right, we're getting in there. Toast, we're doing it because I wanted to, not because it was right. I was literally just talking about how I should have waited. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you. Someone's on my side. What did they put on? They put the reanimate on top. What are they reanimating? There's like nothing good for them to reanimate. I don't get it. I disagree with Chylith always, except when Chylith is disagreeing with Toast with me. Yeah, brainstorm, brainstorm. You got it. Reanimate on my Bowmasters, huh? Yeah, you got it. proud of you. Come on, opponent. You got it. I believe in you. Reanimate on my Mother of Runes. Whoa. Okay. Hold on. Hold the phone. I did not endorse this. Is this a third reanimate? I really hope I draw Flicker Wisp. It is. They're reanimating my recruiter now. Alright, let's get my Flicker Wisp. This got another Bowmasters? Yeah, sure. Flicker Wisp would be the funniest. I have a plethora of good ones. There we go. That's a good one. All I care about is his mom not untapping, so. And they have no interest, and I don't blame them. All right. Think we're staying boarded as we are? Yeah. Chylith? No. First of all, not only would it be the fourth Wisp effect, it's also not the Wisp effect we need against Reanimate. Unfortunately, I wish it was. I think we keep this. It's a little awkward. It's kind of weak against Wasteland until we find other lands, but again, Swords to Plowshares is Swords to Plowshares is a good card against decks trying to kill you with creatures. Who knew? Am I going to play a Mother of Runes? I think I am. Because I'm about to curve into a bunch of other X1s anyway. Okay, they're getting Underground Sea, so they're probably going to Underground Sea Bowmaster my mom. Called it. I'm so smart. Not exactly the white source I wanted to draw, but it's at least something. I'm just going to cast another mom. I had a feeling they were about to Witherbloom commands. And they drained me? Yeah, sure. I like drawing a Solitude there. Yeah, I'm just holding up Bowmasters. No, don't do that. Please don't do that. I mean, I definitely could make it. I'm sure you and others would get a kick out of it, so probably means that's a good enough reason to do it. They are about to reanimate their bowmasters, aren't they? Yep, they sure are. It's so messed up. I'm gonna take the 2. I'm probably gonna have to swords this army. We'll see. Okay, I'll at least see if maybe get a daze out of their hands, because this would be a much better way to answer the army. Force. Okay, they have an Uro in their deck. Alright. Well, I will take that, because I really don't want to figure out how to be an Uro right now, too. Yeah, biggest deal of my life. Leovold? Okay. I guess. Definitely, I guess. Okay, you win. I'm gonna take this too, and then I think unless they play another creature, I'll swords the army. End of turn. Gross. Um. The Misty and the Troll mostly seem about identical here. I don't think I want to give them both Push and Storm, so I think I'm splitting those. Brainstorm versus the other 3, huh? I think that they may take that if they have a land in hand. But I feel like if they don't, they're snap taking the other 3. Is kind of my gut feel. Hmm. I'm pretty sure the card I least want them to have is Brainstorm, though, and I don't think it's particularly close. I hope that Troll and Push are good enough for them to take. And, like, Brainstorm plus a fetch isn't the worst, because, again, I feel like they probably have another land in hand. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's the biggest... Having another land in hand is the biggest reason for them to be casting it now, as opposed to my end step. So I'm going to split it like this. I'm sorry, my opponent is not making it easy to make this match end. I apologize. We're trying to get there. Okay, they took Brainstorm Fetch. They've already played that Underground Sea. They make the Bowmasters legendary, make it a Ring Bearer. Okay, they didn't cast anything else, so I am swordsing this army. Okay, very happy to draw another land. I'm going to recruit for a Stoneforge. I am not going to recruit for a Stoneforge. Force, Pitch, Ponder, and they have the Brainstorm is the last card. Okay. Kind of another deal. I would much rather have a Stoneforge, but like it's a lot fewer cards for them to have with this Brainstorm around. Is this a reanimate on the troll? It is a reanimate on my bowmasters. Okay. And a reanimate on their troll. Got it. Lands off the top would probably be perfect. Probably the best thing we can ask for. That's not too bad either, though. I'll take that. It's not great, but I'll take it. I really need to land next turn, though. Gross. Okay, I really just need the one card they drew to not be Daze. That is what I need more than anything else. Hell yeah, we drew the lands. We're going to pass into their upkeep and then cast the Solitude. And I think I have to hit the army token because, yeah, that it being a potential 2/2 complicates the most. Okay, Stifle, sure. I'm scared they didn't. Okay, I was gonna say I was scared they didn't shuffle though. That's so fucking annoying. Oh my god. Wisp, another Solitude. Batterskull works. I think a Skyclave would not have worked there. They didn't shuffle again. Okay. Alright, we made it out. We made it out, everybody. No, we didn't. Yes, we did! Oh my god, they forgot it's a ring bearer. Let's go. Holy shit. I forgot it was a ring bearer, so actually this was not saving us, but they forgot their own card, so we got there. I'm just casting this Yorion, so I have another body for the Batterskull if they draw an Edict or something like that. Yeah, it in fact had a million bazillion words. What are they? Oh yeah, they could just get an Edict back here. So this is the exact reason I'm casting this Yorion, so. They put Lorien Revealed on top. Okay. That certainly has the potential to be scary, but the fact of the matter is that this Batterskull, there are only so many cards in their deck that are going to actually be able to go toe-to-toe with this Batterskull, so I think they kind of had to push their advantage while they had me kind of low, and now this feels like they're just letting it slip out of their grasp by spending their mana doing this. Deal. Another ransom, maybe? No. A concession. Concession resolves. Hell yeah, let's go. Phew. Alright. Opponent forgot the text of their card. Those wins always feel weird, but hey. You play against humans. You don't play against cards. It is one of the many reasons I just never concede. For better or worse, I make my opponent put lethal attacks. Like, I make them present the attacks. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, damn it. All right, round 4, Doomsday. I do not make them click my face 10 times with tendrils. That counts. That counts as having lethal. Not keeping this one without any mana to cast spells. This one is better. Keep this. Put the swords back, probably. Maybe the mom. Yeah, I'll put the swords back. Yep. Keep the Lauren because if we don't get turn 1 Doomsday, which is obviously a ridiculous thought of mine, maybe we'll get to put it in play and be like, "Are you sure you want to go for Thassa's Oracle?" I think we are better off going for Thoughtseize than we are for Wasteland. Oh boy. I think Consider is the best one to take here. Yeah. I think none of it is likely to matter, but I do think Consider is probably the best. There's the Brainstorm. Is Brainstorm the better one? Okay. All right. I'm wrong. I feel like I was probably dead either way, but I'll accept that I was wrong. All right. Well, let's board out these cards that don't do anything. Just in case. Man, I don't like any of the cards. Any of these cards, they're all bad. I guess I'm probably supposed to keep in some swords over like the 3-drops that never do anything, because every now and then you will force Doomsday into weird spots where they have to go for imperfect piles. And I think those are more likely to matter than the cards we're boarding out. In this matchup, Skyclave is a 3-mana 2/2. Yeah, that pile is the exact reason I didn't bother Wastelanding, because I feel like that's the pile that gets made against me the most, and Wasteland just like never matters unless I have a surgical with it. It has a surgical. It has some good 2-drops, but I don't like that this surgical has neither a Wasteland nor discard spell to go with it. Thalia is not that great. If we had a second land, I would probably keep this. Um, but I don't like risking not drawing a second land and not having relevant turn 1 interaction. It might be good enough, but that's the reason that's at least the reason I'm not like slam keeping it. Yeah, I think I'll go. We have to get lucky. What am I mulliganing to anyway, right? Okay, thank God it's a basic island. We have hope. And he shuffled. Ooh, I don't like that. Okay, all right, we're live. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All according to plan. I'm still alive? What the hell? Oh, sorry, I missed this. Herpes, thank you so much for the follow. Sorry, for some reason I didn't see the alert on my end for that one. Alright, going back down. Is Thalia even good to put into play here? Are we just putting in Bowmasters? We're probably putting in Bowmasters, right? Although he's already cast 3 Ponders, I'm not sure. I don't think Thalia is going to end up mattering very much. All right, here we go. Is that better than exiling the Cycler? I guess if I assume he has a cantrip, yeah. Cantrip. If I assume he has a brainstorm to get this Doomsday anyway, yeah, then getting the Cycler makes more sense to to actually stop the combo turn. No, that does actually make sense. Yeah, but Ethan's smart. I think I should assume that he has it. Um, that he has the brainstorm. Because I think he's very good at this deck. I think he would know to play around surgical there if he can. Okay. So we saw. All right, so he can pedal ritual Doomsday, but he can't actually Doomsday because this Bowmaster means he's going to die. Nice. Once again, all according to plan. Thank you, Teal Baron, for joining us. I'm glad that you enjoy Bowmasters getting viled in. All right, time to win on the draw. That thing that definitely happens over. Kind of similar to the last hand. It at least definitely casts spells, but doesn't have like any actual interaction. So I think I'm going to mulligan this, especially because he's going to 6. I really just want to find discard spells. Well, now that I haven't found discard spells again, and I at least have a Wastelands, maybe I'm keeping this. Bowmasters is really not the best clock on the draw, though. Like this hand, I think I can't really see this Solitude as a real card because this hand doesn't put enough of a squeeze on him comboing for him to go for an imperfect Oracle. So I think I'm going to go to 5. I think this will work. Picking the lands to put back here is kind of awkward, but I guess Teague isn't even that good, right? I can just afford to not be able to cast Teague. Yeah. I'm going to go Mom and Stoneforge either way, I'm pretty sure, so. I have time to draw another fetch land. Teague is a 2/2 that stops Force of Will. Yeah, that's it. It's not very good, but yeah, I'm gonna go Scrubland. I don't really. There's not really any value in bottoming Teague though. That's the thing. It's like the second, the third land in that hand either way is not valuable. So it's fine if I just have a Teague that I can't cast for a bit. All right, Doomsday's on top. They're probably just gonna cast it. Sort of punished by Vista, but I don't think that. I think that getting a Savannah there would have been wrong. Yeah. So Wasteland keeps him off Doomsdaying if his plan is play another lands hardcast Doomsday. Um, so what's the math if we attack in Mom or in Stoneforge for Cauldra? He casts Doomsday. He's at 17, so he goes to um, so he goes to 8. I can then attack him down to 2, which means that he can't use a Street Wraith to cycle, but with 3 lands in play, he probably doesn't have to. So yeah, I think I'm with you on wasting. Does this even matter? I guess it's if he has to daze later. Or a surgical NC. Yeah, surgical NC makes sense. All right, fingers crossed. No Dark Ritual. No Dark Ritual. All right, cool. Well, he only has one Wide Array Grave, so God, Moto, you are so slow. I forgot to reset. I forgot to restart again, but oh well. Um, okay, here we go. Getting the Cauldra. Attacking with Mom. Here's the Doomsday. He goes down to 7, so he's going to be at 1. If we get a combat step, which I think is reasonably likely given he's used his land drop, he's going to go down to 1. He can't use Street Wraith, can't play any fetch lands. Um, that might be enough that he has to go for an imperfect Oracle. And he'll also be at 1, so he can't force the Solitude if that's the case. I swear, Gut Shot. There's no better card in our deck against Doomsday than Gut Shot every time. Most of the times that we are close but don't get there, it's usually by like 1 to 2 life. I could discern what the pile is, but it's 11 p.m. I'm not gonna bother. And playing this swamp means that we get to play around a daze, potentially. We'll see. I don't know. Crossing the fingers. Did we get there, chat? Did we get there? Or is this just going to be a consider in his hands? It could be a consider in his hands. It is not a consider in his hands. Gentleman's concession with the force of will. Holy shit. I'm taking that one home. Ethan is an incredibly good Doomsday player. I met him playing Doomsday in 2014. And then he just waited until this deck was good. So, holy shit, I'll take that one for sure. Phew. Alright, I'm drinking some water. Also, no, we're good. Great question, Chileth. Why did we? You never know. Maybe I'm just cracking it. You never know. Yeah, it has been kind of a nightmare. Hold on, let me give me one quick second. You're probably gonna see it black out for a minute. That's okay. It'll come back soon, I promise. Oh, compliment Gutshot. Gutshot is sick. It is one of the only Phyrexian mana spells that never did anything wrong. I regret selling the foil copy that I played in like 2013, back before we had any good removal spells. Yeah. That's everything I have to say. And Moto should be back now. All right, here we go. We're back. Time to close out this league. Hopefully we get that trophy. I really didn't expect that one. I'm still kind of reeling from it. I do love those games against Doomsday though, where every point that you get in with Mom ends up mattering. Because literally every point did. I attacked once and he fetched. I attacked once. I guess it was like 3 attacks, right? I think it was like each Mom attack paired with a fetch lands or a Doomsday to deal 1 more damage than it actually did. So that Mom did like 6 in the end. Yeah, bless. I don't enjoy. I do not enjoy Doomsday overall. I think that it is funny and kind of cool when you win because of how little agency you actually have. And I think the agency you do have is sort of interesting, but usually you just get clobbered. Okay, sure. I'm on the draw. My opponent also mulligans. It's a lot of 3 drops though. They're keeping 6. Yeah, I'm going 5. Hi, Cauldra. All right. Basic swamp. Oh boy. All right. Oh god, not this shit. No. No. Uh I don't want this at all. Go away. They did not GLHF. Okay, this stupid card is a it's another black. Okay, I swear that this deck is literally nothing but black creatures with menace, and it drives me up a wall. Uh, this has menace and lifelink, and it's going to hit me and get a +1/+1 counter and make a blood token. And they might saw it in half and make 2 of them, and then they pump each other, and you can't block anything because every black creature has menace now. Do I sound mad? I might sound mad. I'm not sure. They can't cast the second one, and this Urza Saga needs a lands to go with it, so I think I'm just going to take their quote-unquote land. Yeah, it's not good, but it's probably going to kill us. Oh, God. You know, I never loved Menace. I thought it was acceptable until they decided that it was like free, that every black creature needed it in order to be playable. And now every black playable creature has menace and blocking doesn't matter anymore. I do not find it fun at all. I forgot to literally forgot to Bowmaster into that blood token because I'm too bad. I'm too mad about this stupid card. All right, please, Lauren would be nice. I would really like a Lauren. Another Bowmasters, huh? Are you kidding me? Stop. Just stop doing all of this, please. So it's gonna have 3 6 6s and a 5 6, and your next bad draw step is just gonna get turned into something else. Yeah, of course it's Shadow Spear. I'm just gonna trade everything with this stupid thing. Thank you. I like my basics too. Those were very good games. I was saying I did not expect to win one game, let alone two against you, and I am very happy with. No, oh, we couldn't have cast it anyway. Well, all right. I was happy that I was able to put you into as much of a squeeze as I did. All right, let's bring in these cards. Do we want anything else? I'm not sure. These Bowmasters aren't very good, but they are multiple creatures against the Menace. Menace garbage. Jite is not good. We can at least cut that. Yeah, the blood tokens too. That is a good point. 500 Force of Despairs. Yeah, that makes sense. That checks out. I guess I'm just cutting Thalia's, right? Yeah. I don't know why it took me so long to remember that I have Thalia in my deck to cut. Did you then log off after that? Because I'm about to, so I can relate to that. Wait, hearing me getting text? What do you mean? Yeah, I can give this. My phone is not going buzz buzz. My phone has not vibrated once. I hate to tell you, but you're going crazy. Wait, there's another one? Get him out of here. This is my town. Would you quit casting Dark Ritual? Just the dumbest way to use Ritual, if I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, see this is no. This is embarrassing. Eli. That makes sense. That makes sense. I did apparently miss some conversation about this, but I'm sure I'll get to it soon. We are at least having a little bit of fun. We're at least ahead in this first game, so I'll take that much. Yeah. What? Of course. All right, I think I do actually want to. I guess there was no reason not to get Skid of Plains. They literally have an Urborg out. Oh well. Goodbye, Saga. Get out of here. deal. Probably just getting Cauldron here. Yeah, they just use an Edict, so make him have another one. Oh boy, that is a lot of Discord notifications. Yeah, I'll catch up after the stream. Oh boy. Goodbye. Nice. All right. Well, I know what to expect in these games. So hopefully I'll be able to keep a 5 that's actually good against them. Or not a 5. Keep an opener that's good against them and also not multi 5 while not knowing what they're playing against. That's what I meant to say. Honestly, I won't even notice it, Chilith. It's up to you. If you're going to say that, Chilith, don't message me. You are forbidden from sliding into my DMs. It is a sweat. It's a sweat in like the worst way because it's like I just don't want to die to this garbage, you know. We have a Solitude. It's on the draw. Opponent's mulling to 6. We have 2 shots at the first lands or at the second lands. We have a very easy card to pitch to the Solitude, but I think we can just afford to go to 6 when our opponent did. I think this works. It's a little bit clunky. It doesn't present a clock, but it deals with a stupid 3-drop the Dark Ritual out, and it also has answers for sagas. So I'll keep this, and I think I'll put back the Scrub land. I'm not sure if they're a Wasteland deck or not. Uh-oh. My Moto's spinning. What's going on, Mojo? What's going on, Moto? Stream is fine, right? You guys can hear me? Your Moto is also spinning. Uh-oh. Daybreak. What's going on? Come on. I was about to 5-0, guys. This is so mean. Oh, are we back? Are we back? I appear to be back. All right. We're so back. Ooh, Ancient Tomb. Yeah, okay. They are definitely not a Wasteland gamer over there. No shot. Uh-oh. Okay, we might not be entirely back. While Moto is stuttering, I have to think about whether I'm playing Vista. I might just Wasteland their Ancient Tomb. It's either Wasteland Tomb or like Crack Vista for planes before they can cast opposition agent. But I'm pretty sure we just Wasteland when they're on a mold of 5. Yeah. I just hate every time I Wasteland and then they play an Urza Saga, but obviously, if they have an Ancient Tomb Saga hand, they're going to play Saga first. Okay, yeah, here we go. All right. Give me a second. Well, hopefully we get back. Yeah. There's been a bunch of people in the chat mentioning problems. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna camp on the screen for a little bit. Um, I have time. I mean, I guess I have, however long until that match times out, and then I get to complain to Daybreak about ruining my trophy. So how's it going, everybody? How you doing? Your first time? Wow, that's wild. I filed I think I've been playing Moto regularly, basically since the start of the pandemic ish. I think a little bit before because I did some practicing. Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Um, uh, yeah, good point. The recent outages, they've specifically asked for people not to file for comp because they handle it in bulk. So we might not even have to. A card I hope to see in the next Modern Horizon set. Um, I can think of ones that I'm stealing from other people's ideas, which are primarily a Rest in Peace as a bear, white dress down, and a or a white to drop that's like if your opponent does not spend the what is it? It's like I'm trying to remember the exact wording of the card that I think it's one of Mir's ideas, but I don't remember exactly what it is. Oh yeah, Leyline of Rule Law. Leyline of Rule Law. It's not exactly Lavinia text, but it's similar. It's in that line of like preventing your opponent from casting spells in ways that are smelly. But I don't remember exactly the wording. It's not. It's in that vein. I just don't remember what her exact idea was. But I remember her mentioning it at some point. Boromir and Lavinia do have the same text. It's when if they spent no mana, counter it. Yeah. Wait, Virgo, you started that? Oh, hold on. I remember that tweet now. Holy shit. Yeah, you did start that. Well, good on you because it damn well should have been white. Yeah. Lavinia has the other one, but the spending no mana ability between Lavinia and Boromir is the same. Game devs should absolutely unionize. I would say unionize and take all of Bobby Kodak's money, but I guess you can't really do that anymore, unfortunately. You framed it. I love that for you, honestly. Damping, damping sphere. I could see that. I wouldn't hate that. Um, yeah. What Riggs? Thank you so much for the follow. Hopefully we'll get into this. We'll get to finish out this trophy match. We will see. All creative should unionize. I also think a lot of non-creative should unionize. I think most software and tech should be unionized. Unfortunately, it's not. But yeah. Oh, yes. I do. I literally remember that image now. I totally forgot that that was you. Yeah, I remember that now. We don't know. This was an unplanned outage. So we have no idea when it's going to end. But I was literally in the middle of a match when it happened, so just waiting around to see if it clears up so that I can finish that match because it was going to be my trophy. I obviously I don't know for sure, but I was had a very good Malta 6 against my opponent mulling to 5, so it was likely looking pretty good for me. Yeah, I don't know how many of you are like have your hand on the pulse, but today Xbox announced that they were laying off 1,900 of their workers, barely even a month or two after the huge merger between Xbox and Activision Blizzard. Um, we it is now about a little over halfway through January, and we have already laid off about 65% of the total number of workers that were laid off in the games industry all of last year. It is horrific. Um, it is really fucked up. Uh, and I don't necessarily have anything happy to say about it. It just fucking sucks. Yeah, motocross for everyone. Yeah, we are. It is. There's a couple of reasons. The biggest one is that like so much of tech, like hyper, just like they bubbled because they had a lot of available cash flow during the pandemic. They are now at the point where the gains that were supposed to come from those have not materialized, and now their shareholders want money. So there they go. That's most of it. Like one of the projects at Moto or that got canceled over at Xbox was one that was apparently in production for 6 years and was apparently pretty fun and in a really good state, and then they just canceled it. The industry is just imploding to the same fallacy of infinite growth that everything else is slowly succumbing to. In case you are wondering, yeah, I would not call myself a capitalist. This shit fucking blows. Sort of. I have a friend who's followed it a lot more closely than I have, the Bloodlines 2 saga. I know from my understanding that like there was a company that was working on it and now they just like aren't, and now it's like concerningly sort of orphaned project right now, if I remember right. Maybe I'm not remembering that exactly right, but I remember there was some very unfortunate hullabaloo that's been going on the past couple of years. I hope they figure it out. The first Vampire Bloodlines game was awesome. Redoing the whole story. Okay. I'm just gonna do it just to feel something. Yeah. Okay. I will not be playing on Arena. I do not even have Arena installed. I don't think I own any cards on Arena. I don't know if I've played since the beta. I have not watched First Reformed. It's not a. I don't think I've even heard of. I don't think I've heard of it. No, we'll never get any of those things from Valve. I think if we were ever going to, it would have already happened. Like, from what I understand about how things work at Valve, like if there's interest at the company for people to work on a project, they will, and there just hasn't. Also, they don't have Mark Laidlaw to finish the Half-Life 3 story anymore, so I'm not sure that I would want them to anymore, to be honest. I've been seeing a lot of jokes that it's kind of funny that we got Tekken 8 came out today. And it's funny that Tekken 8 came out before GTA 6 did. Hey, if you want to take over for the arena stream, you're more than welcome to. Wait, Half-Life 3 is in Steins Gate? That's kind of funny. I was not aware of that. Yeah, Tekken 8 is $70. That's what I heard. I have not bought it, and I will not be buying it, but that makes sense that it would be 70 Canadian dollars. Wasn't the story summary of Half-Life 3 that got posted kind of like a tongue-in-cheek thing? My understanding is that like it kind of was the story, but more so it was a like tongue-in-cheek reference to Mark Laidlaw's frustration that like the project never got worked on. I could be totally making that up, but that's my vague memory. Have to, that would be quite the setup. I have played Connections today. Oh yeah, art game. Yeah, we can do some art game. Someone tell me if Moto comes back. That's not what I wanted. I did not want the syntax guide at all. I wanted this. There we go. Oh, this is a relatively recent one, but I don't remember what it's called. Very funny art. Who are you in this picture? Can you elaborate? The flower. Okay, I figured that it was the flower, but I had to ask you to clarify it. It is some. Yeah, it's something bunny corn. Yeah, I remember that now. I don't know, ravenous bunny corn. I'm not sure. Not regal. It's not regal bunny corn. That one. I actually don't know if I know the art for that one, but it's not this. I'm pretty sure this is actually a green creature. I could be wrong, but I think it is. Is that a serious? I have to. Sorry, I have to preface this every time we do it. I need you to make it very clear when you provide an answer if it literally is, because it is very hard when I don't know the card to differentiate between the two. Shroom, all right. Placid Rottentail. Okay. We were we were off. I was right that it was a green creature at least, but this is what the Angrath. It's just the Angrath from War of the Spark. Correct. No, the planeswalkers are kind of dumb because all you need to do is recognize which like who it is, the character, because you can see the curves on the either side of the frame, and you don't need to know the epithet for any of them. So you just name them, and then you get it. This is obviously from Neo, but I have no idea what card it is. Yeah, definitely Neon Dynasty. I like your first one the most, Toast. We're going for it. Brute suit. It did have suit in the name. Vigilance Crew 143. Sure. Oh, Fire Shrieker? Believe that this is Fire Shrieker, yeah. Another Neo card. This looks like a limited card. Where's Luinol? Jason, help. Neo version of Infest. Interesting. This is the one card name we have so far. Give it 10 seconds for anybody to suggest something new. Otherwise, I'm putting this in. Hey, likely incorrect is better than nothing, so I'll take it. Alright, we're putting it in. Malicious Malfunction. Yep, that sure is Infest. I'm guessing this is a land, but I have no idea what land. Maybe Ikoria. It feels new-ish, making me feel Ikoria. Yeah, one important thing about lands is that they rarely have like anything living in them for the most part. So I feel like it might be more likely to be an enchantment, potentially. Could also be a sorcery. But I have no clue what it's called. So, unless someone has something, we're doing with Venus Dinosaur Trap. Alright, Toast, I'm taking away your points. Foul Orchard. It is in fact a land. It's a Kaldheim commander printing of the Shadows over Innistrad tap lands cycle. I hate everything about that. Yeah, how dare they make vintage art game a rotating format? I really wish they used the original art for all of these. Yeah, is it the green Zendikon? I don't remember. I never remember what the Zendikon names are. Bro, this cycle's from Worldwake, thank you. Bro? You don't think it's original Green Zendikon? Okay. Nissa's Zendikon. Alright, we got that so far. Got a second, got some agreement on Nissa's Zendikon. I'll give it 10 seconds. Nope. Nah, we were off. It was from original Zendikar block though. That I definitely remember the art, but totally misremembered which card it was. I do recognize this one now though. No, but the Zendikon. You know what? Oh my god. Guess what? The Zendikon's all in World Wake. Get out of here. Here's no. Okay, so that's the one that's from ZNR. All right. Back to art game. Probably a Capenna card. I don't know what it's called. Not another Nissa's card. All right, we got 10 seconds on this one. Halo Trumpeter. I actually kind of like that. That actually makes a lot of sense to me. Giving it 5. Buy your silence. It is in fact a sorcery and not a creature. I don't know. I'm just skipping this one. I don't care. Killer Service. I think this is another Capenna card, probably, right? Yeah, it's another Capenna card. It's a Capenna Commander card. Get out of here. All right, this is Rite of Consumption. Mon's Rhino Waiters. I like that a lot. This looks kind of familiar, but I don't have a name in mind for this one. Elfin Howie. This is not the Tajuru Warcaller art that I remember, but I could just be misremembering. Wait, no, they had a promo for this stupid card that I don't remember. Marfgar, thank you so much for the follow. Hopefully, I guess our match probably is just dead at this point, right? Yeah, Tajuru Warcaller is definitely a card. It's not the art I remember, but it did have a promo that may have maybe used this art. All right, we're going for it. Yep. Okay. Cool. No. Okay. I'm thinking of the Rise of Eldrazi card that does was it a level up card? I think that overruns. Maybe that's the one that I was thinking of. It is something like that that I think I'm thinking of. Got no idea here. I'll go with Trialist this time. I'm gonna see if I can find the other card I'm thinking of. Whoops. Sorry about that. I make sure that's aligned right. Aviary Locksmith. You know what? I'll take it. I like it. It's a legendary creature, of course. Was a halfling. We were right about that. And it does have thief in the name. Is this Goblin Trenches? It sure looks like Goblin Trenches in the art, but I just don't know what the art for this card actually is. But I'm guessing it's Goblin Trenches. Yeah, we're going for it. Hell yeah, let's go. Oh, it's not even the original art. Okay. So I was really going off on a limb there. The original art doesn't even like make sense as trenches. They're just marching. I don't get it. Anyway. It's a sword, but it looks like a sword from an era of Magic where equipment didn't exist yet. So that's kind of interesting. You're not thinking of Anduril, are you, Chylith? Because it's not Anduril. Oh, original Innistrad. Okay, sure. Um, I got no idea. I got Paladin's Blade, and I'll take that for now. I'm not doing sword capitalized. So we got 10 seconds on this one. Sword of Godly Goodness. I already have that name in. We figured it out. Holy Avenger. Forgotten Realms Commander. Okay. Whenever you deal combat, it has double strike. Whenever you deal combat damage, you may put an aura card from your hand on the battlefield attached to that creature. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. That checks out. This card looks familiar, but again, I don't know. There's a lot of cards out there. That's a good starting point as far as I'm concerned. I couldn't have come up with any better. Oh, it is a scab. Wait, you're right. I don't know. That's a guess. Scab Construct, maybe? Scab Golem? Scab Goliath. I like that. I don't hate Automaton either, but I'm feeling Goliath. So I'll give it 10 seconds. You don't think it's Goliath? Okay. I'm guessing it's not Automaton, or you would have called it out. But all right, we'll give five seconds for this one. I'm gonna try to stop hitting my camera. But Narstad Scrapper. I figured out why nobody knew what this card was. It's from Avacyn Restored. So because it is portrait like this, it is a saga. I don't know what saga it is. It looks vaguely like a green one. The last card was Narstad Scrapper. Oh, Druid class, I think is right. I think that's right. For someone who doesn't play a lot of Magic lately, I'm glad that you're as helpful as you are with this, Mike. Bloodstoke Howler. I mean, you have that off the top, and you said classic in front of the name, so yeah, I'm putting it in. It looked like a Legion's card to me, and it's a beast. Oh, wow. When you turn it up, your beasts go ham. I like it. Here we go. Now this is a this is an Avacyn restored card that people are going to recognize. So I'm going to give Katie a second to look. I heard 1 second. Thatcher Revolt it is. It is not an act of treason. You put 3-1 because act of treason in this format would be way too playable. No, you just make 3/1/1s and then they die. But it was a 3-mana red sorcery. Was key to battle him, Storm? You made that up. You made that up, I swear. Harrier Naga? That sounds right to me. Naga Sharpshooter also sounds good, but this sounds more specific in a way that Magic cards that look like this tend to be named, so. Hour of Devastation. That was just a 3/3. Okay. Is this Colossiform? Definitely not sure about this. +7/+7. I don't remember what Colossiform does. It's like an aura that makes something big, but not Colossal Dreadmont, if only. I'm pretty sure this is Colossiform. No, damn it. Fully Grown. What the hell is this from? Okay, it is from Ikoria, but it's just... Okay. It's just... Giant Growth Trample. Got it. Alright. Illusionary Mask, right? Right? We're good? Yeah, cool. This is obviously a Mirrodin. One of the Mirrodin block cards, but I don't remember what it's called. I think I'm going to recognize the name, but it's not going to come out of my brain for sure. Also, at this point, yeah, our game in Moto is very dead. It doesn't look like it's coming back anytime soon. So I think we'll just go to... Alright, Razor Swine works. We'll probably just go to midnight while we're having a good time. Razor Swine it is. Okay, yep. This is definitely some art on a Magic the Gathering. Of course you know what it is, just off the top. Ageless Sentinels, huh? Scourge. It's a big old wall. Huh. That's pretty sick, actually. Look, sometimes you just know, you know? I could definitely tell you a lot of... Right, this is Fiery Impulse. I was like, I recognize this, but I can't cannot put my finger on it. But yeah, I mean, like, I can name a bunch of random garbage playables from like Zendikar block because I played the shit out of that. So it just happens. This seems like a good starting point. Good night, friends. Have a good sleep. I'm glad you made it through the day. Chicken face lava Goliath. Hell yeah, let's go. It's magma giant. Damn it! I needed to wait one more second. Like gazelle herd. Herd of gazelles. Crash of aurochs. Okay, that seems right too. Oh, but we got stampeding wildebeests here. Okay. And yeah, as soon as you said that, I recognized that it's going to be, yeah, there we go. I don't know. Probably some new dumb legendary card. Is anybody going to know this? Yeah, toast. I'm putting in toast. You've been caught stealing. Yeah, sure, whatever. This is part of the M19 cycle of horses that have protection from colors. It's something mare. Is it shock mare? Or is that a guess? Lightning mare. There we go. There we go. Oh. This is an Eldraine card, I think? Maybe not. Jousting dummy. That just looks too obviously correct. Yeah, and this is Eldraine, right? Yeah, okay, cool. This looks like the Dreadnought from Destiny, but I don't actually know what this is. This looks really fucked up. I don't know what Nautilite means, but I'll put it in. Oh, this is a Doctor Who card, isn't it? Is that a Doctor Who thing? I just have I can't imagine what the fuck this is. Just a random commander card. Okay. Oh, it's from D&D, really? Okay. All right. All right. It is just not a legit. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's a Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate vehicle. There we go. This almost certainly is a land, but I don't know what land. Oh, it is Retreat to Coralhelm, isn't it? I think that's right. Oh, yeah. It is. What the hell is that card called? I don't think I'm going to get it. Yeah, anemone was the word that came to my head too, but I, if you got something better, give it to me in 10 seconds. And Gooblin Gibbler will not be allowed. I know, I'm sorry. Clinging anemones. There we go. Uh, I know what this is. I don't think it's... I don't think this is right, but I'm putting it in for now while I think about this. Yeah, that makes sense. I can't think of it. Give it 10. Skyclave Hydra. I guess this is from Zendikar, isn't it? I'll put it in. Got 10 seconds. It did have Skyclave in the name, but it is Grakmaw, Skyclave Ravager. I see this. See this now. God, this is what the hell is this? Reform. Thank you. Yeah. Oh my God, camera. What if you just stayed where I put you? Yeah, it was originally a commander card. That's what I thought. Light pause and light and monk works for me. There, for better or worse, no, there is not. You can choose the time period of cards you want to look at, but that's it. And they always use the most recent printing of the card. I have been thinking unironically about like seeing if this is open source and forking it and making it so that it like only uses the original arts, because I don't really like the fact that it uses the reprint art. And I think it's just that like they click they basically hit like the random card API in Scryfall, and the random card will always show you the most recent one, I think. Yeah, I agree. I could see myself just like as a, if I had any time to do a side project like this and also didn't hate web development, I would maybe go ahead and do that. But I would probably also, it would probably be easy enough to add another mode that's just only secret layer arts. All right, Gauntlets of Light. Okay, it was the equipment or the aura, I guess. Liliana's, what was that cycle? There's the defeat cycle, and then there was the, or no, it's not. No, it's not that cycle, because that's the one where they're looking at the player. Yeah, it's not Triumph. It's not Liliana's Triumph. Price of Loyalty. That's it. That's no, Price of Betrayal. Okay, the other way around. It was the same idea, but yeah. Thrilling Discovery. I mean, that makes sense for this. I also really like your name, Teleria Midwest. That's good. That's good. Oh, right. Yeah, this card that was in Modern Dredge for a minute. Does anyone know which Necron card this is? You have 10 seconds. All right. Scepter of Eternal Glory. Yeah, that sounds like a thing that someone had to pay points for to put on their model in 40k. I'm guessing Ikoria. Could be wrong, but it's got Ikoria vibes. We'll probably do like one or two more after this, depending on how fast it goes. Colossedon Yearling makes sense to me. There's a bigger one in the back, so it tells that story. You know what? I'm putting it in. You got it. Yeah, yeah, I know Moto's not coming back. We were just doing this to kind of pass the time at some point, so I'm just going to close this, and we will do. If anybody knows this, we're ending on this. Otherwise, we'll end on the next one, regardless of whether someone knows it. Guma. Just Guma. That's it. It's like a weird legendary creature, or is this like a type of animal that I'm not familiar with? I mean, I'll put it in. Oh yeah, you got it. It is just an animal. All right, cool. All right, we're gonna call it there. Unfortunate we couldn't actually finish that league because it looked like we were about to play at a trophy match. Yeah, it really was Guma. Or it looked like we were about to finish our last match and get a trophy. Um, I guess I'll have to see what comp I get from Daybreak as to whether I'd be like, hey guys, I mean, I was, it sucked to lose out on that, but we'll see. But hey, deck played well. Played some dumb games, some pretty good ones though, and played. And I mean, hard to be mad about any night where we win against Doomsday, so I'll take that. In the meantime, let me open up Twitch over here and see if there's anybody we would like to raid. Let us see. Yeah, Sean's raiding. Sean is playing. So let's go there. The shallow. And all right, we're taking some more eel along. Thank you, Legacy Fit, so much for the raid. I hope you had a good stream. I'm unfortunately checking out too, because it is my bedtime and Moto is offline anyway. So I'm gonna send you over to good friend Sean over from the Pacific Northwest, and I'll see y'all on Sunday. Hope you have a good evening, and I hope you stay well until I see you next time.
Give a buff.